Hey, engineering students, there's going to be many opportunities during this course for you to save files from all different types of software. And it's important that you're able to find the files that you save in the future when you come back the next day or next week. So we want to get in the habit in here of not saving things to My Documents on the computer itself, which is the default location. We want to take the time toward the end of class and throughout class to save things to your Google Drive. Now, we want to make sure that your Google Drive is set up properly so you can see the access to your Google Drive when you're in any software in here, such as Autodesk Inventor. When you're in any software and you go to do a file save as, you're going to actually be able to see the option to go there. Now, if you look over here in your actual Windows button and pull up the programs available in Windows, you will notice there is one here under the D's called Drive File Stream. That's actually a program that goes in, if you run it and log in and follow the prompts, it will actually set up a connection to the Google Drive from within every program that you use. So when you do a file save as, you'll have a link you'll be able to see to Google Drive. We'll look here in a moment. So if you ever lose your connection to Google Drive, the G Drive it's called, you can always come back in the Windows area and rerun Drive file stream, and in about a minute, it will reestablish that connection with Google Drive. So what does it look like in Google Drive? If you actually come down to the bottom, a very useful icon here at the bottom is the File Explorer folder. If you click on File Explorer, it actually shows you all of the folders and documents in your actual computer, plus your virtual drives that you can connect to. Well, you notice since I run Drive File Stream up here under the what's available on my computer, here is my normal documents folder here and here. So if you just save things to the default when you're working on a project, it's probably going to go here under documents, or it may even say my documents. But what we want to learn to do is to start saving things under Google Drive file stream, and that'll show up here, and it'll show up down here at the bottom. After you run the Drive file stream program, it'll show up the connection to the Google Drive or the G Drive. Once you go to Google Drive, you will notice under Google Drive you have My Drive. Now, you can't really save anything directly to My Drive. What you have to do is you have to go into My Drive, and you have to actually add folders to allow things to be saved. So, like under My Drive over here, I would right click on My Drive, and I would come down here to New, and I would choose Folder, and then it comes up with a new folder that allows you to name it. So let's say, for example, you're taking the first year course, Introduction to Engineering Design. You might want to call this folder IED. And then anything that you create file wise in this class, you want to make sure it gets saved to Google Drive, My Drive, and IED, right? Right now that folder is empty because there's nothing in it. And if you want to go back and look, here's My Drive. Now in My Drive, I have a lot of folders and a lot of files. Ideally, you wouldn't want a whole bunch of files down here under My Drive. You would want to put everything into a folder, such as 2021 stuff that I'm creating for this year, so I don't have to look through everything down through here. So this is just a little short video to make sure you guys understand that you need to save all of your work into your Google Drive, into My Drive, and then put them in folders. And you can do this for every class here that you take this year. Create a separate folder for each class, and then within those folders, you can do a subfolder for different projects. So that's just a highly recommended that you don't just run out at the end of class and shut the computer down without saving your file or just letting it default. A lot of students have an issue when they come back not finding what they worked on yesterday, and they think, the computer lost it. Well, it's still in there. You just probably don't know where it saved it to. So get in the habit of saving everything you do to Google Drive, to My Drive, and then whatever folder you want to put it in, so it's always in the same place. You can always find it. So I hope you guys have a great success this year in being able to locate your files.